Good YouTube, Quinn Wade, come to you with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever, as it should be. And we're going to talk about how the Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Charlotte Hornets 94-87. The Hornets go to 16-28 and 7-13 at home. They played at home in this game. The Cavaliers 25-20, 11-9 on the road. Cleveland won the first quarter 33-20. In the second quarter 23-12. Charlotte made a run to get back in the game and cut it to single digits. 32-20, mainly by Brandon Miller, scoring over double figures in that quarter. They also made another run in the fourth quarter to get closer, but it didn't matter. Even though they won it 23-18, they still lost the game. Even though both teams didn't score 100, one team had to win. It ended up being the Cavs, and they not tripping about that because Dean Wade made a nice steal and a nice block when it mattered the most. He did play some really good defense, but on offense, he only had 4 points. He was the only starter in double figures to not score. He was only starter to not score in double figures in points. He played 27 minutes, had 4 points, but 1 of 3 to get him, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 9 boards. That's something that you have to do to be any team, is rebounding basketball and keep the ball moving. 4 assists. He was able to do that. He also had 1 turnover, 1 steal in the block, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul. He was a plus 11 and plus minus. Every starter and everybody off the bench ended up getting a rebound or more in general as a team. Jared Allen, 35 minutes, 13 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. He was attacking the right way, and he kept it simple even at the free throw line when he was able to get there. He finished with 9 rebounds, 1 turnover, and 2 blocks. That's what he's in there to do. He did a good job of manning the paint on the boards and protecting it a little bit. 1 offense rebound, 1 personal foul, -3 and plus minus. No Darius Garland in this game. So Evan Mobley played 36 minutes, had 14 points. He was 6 of 13 from the field, 0 of 4 from 3, and 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He finished the game with a double-double because he had 14 boards. They needed every single rebound that he could grab, and that's how you play winning basketball. He also had 2 turnovers, 1 steal, and 3 blocks. Never really quit or gave up on a lot of plays, and that's how he was able to be rewarded with those blocks because he played hard in this one. 1 offensive rebound. He also had 4 personal fouls and was a plus 10 and plus minus. Not the greatest offensive game from him. Settled for some threes. Some of them was tough. Some he didn't even really need to take. But he did have a nice dunk and flush in this one. Donovan Mitchell played 37 minutes. That was the most on the team. He also finished with 24 points. That was the most on the team. And he also took the most shots, which was 20 on the team. He also finished 8 of 20 from the field and 2 of 8 from 3 and 6 of 7 from the free throw line. A lot of the shots you'll live with. They was hard. They was difficult. They was pull-ups. And he did drive it a couple times too. And that's how he was able to get to the free throw line. But some of the shots that Donovan Mitchell take, he lets you off the hook. So if he makes it, he makes it. If he doesn't, you're happy either way because those are tough shots to take or make. 3 rebounds, 6 assists. He did have 8 turnovers. That was the worst part of his night besides shooting the ball real poorly. He also had 1 steal, 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul, was a -3 and plus minus. And Jalen Tyson has been that hidden gem for them. But he only went 1 of 9 from 3, and they all was good open looks mainly. And he finished 6 of 17 from the field. Did hit some key baskets even in the fourth quarter. And he did go 1 or 2 from the free throw line. You would like that if he shot the ball better. But it didn't happen, wasn't needed because they still won anyway. He did have 7 rebounds and 4 assists with 2 turnovers and a steal. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 14 and plus minus. Larry Nance also had a nice dunk in this one, but he also made a 3. Then the other shot he missed. He finished with 5 points, 1 of 1 from 3, 2 of 3 from the field, 13 points. 13 minutes. He also had 2 rebounds and the assist and the steal. 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 14 and plus minus. And then DeAndre Hunter, he didn't shoot the ball that great either. He played 13 minutes. Also, he finished with 4 points. He went 1 of 6 from the field. It was all 3-pointers that he took. He went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds and the assist, 4 turnovers and the steal, 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and a -7 and plus minus. Naquan Tomlin, 21 minutes. That was the most off the bench. He also took 7 shots. That was the most off the bench. But he only finished with 6 points because he went 3 of 7 from the field and missed every single 3 that he took. Finished 0 of 3 from the 3-point line. He did have 9 boards. That was the most off the bench. And it was good to see that because he ended up having 7 of them that was offensive. That's tough to do. But he was able to use that length and that quickness to get it done. He also had 2 assists with no turnovers and 1 personal foul. It was a 0 and plus minus. Craig Porter Jr., 18 minutes, 7 points. The 7 points ended up being the most off the bench. He only went 2 of 5 from the field and 2 of 3 from the 3-point line and 1 of 2 from the free throw line to get it. But he also helped out with 1 rebound, 2 assists, but he also had 2 turnovers. But he also had 2 blocks and was a 1. He only had 1 personal foul, was a -5 and plus minus. And then Tyrese Proctor, he played 10 minutes. He had 3 points. He went 1 of 5 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He had 2 rebounds and no turnovers, 1 offensive rebound out of the 2, and 3 personal fouls, and finished as a +4 and plus minus. And then you look at the Charlotte Hornets. They got blown out, but they kept getting closer, but they just couldn't make enough shots to be able to make a run to where they can win the game. Miles Bridges played 26 minutes. He had 11 points. He went 5 of 13 from the field and 1 of 5 from 3. They needed a couple of those threes to go down. He also missed his only free throw. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, and no turnovers, but he did have 1 personal foul. It was a -29 and plus minus. Musa, he missed too many free throws. He went 2 of 6 from the free throw line and made his only shot. And he finished with 4 points, but he only had 5 rebounds in this one in 29 minutes. He also had 2 turnovers. A steal. The best part of his night was the 3 blocks, my personal opinion. He also had 3 offensive rebounds, and he finished with 4 personal fouls, which is too many in the 29 minutes that he played. It was a +1 and plus minus. Brandon Miller kept getting some good looks, even a nice dunk. And this one, driving to the basket, he went 3 of 11 from 3. He needed a couple more of those to fall down if they was going to win. He also went 5 of 5 from the free throw line. That was good to see. 8 of 20 from the field. And then those 24 points was nice. And he also had the 34 minutes, and he also had 4 rebounds and 2 assists, 3 turnovers, and 2 steals. He had 1 personal foul and was a -19 and plus minus. Zion James got to start. He played 22 minutes. He went 0 of 2 from the field, had 1 rebound and an assist. Also, no turnovers and a steal. 2 personal fouls, 1 offensive rebound. And he was a -11 and plus minus. And Con Knipple, he continues to step up. He continues to try to score as much as he can to help his team out. He played 31 minutes and he had 21 points, but he had to go 8 of 21 from the field to get it. And it's mainly because he went 2 of 10 from 3. You like that he's taking them because he's good at making them, but not so much in this one. He did go 3 of 3 from the free throw line and had 11 rebounds, so he finished with a double-double. And that's always good to see. Even if you shoot poorly, you got to do the little things to stay in the game. And they still had a chance to win in some instances in this game because you never know what happens when they get close. 2 assists, 2 turnovers, and a steal. 4 offensive rebounds out of the 11, 3 personal fouls, and a +3 and plus minus. And Grant Williams, he didn't score because he went 0 of 6 from the field and 0 of 5 from 3 in 25 minutes. He did have 5 boards, which actually was good. He also had 4 assists, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a +19 and plus minus. He did a good job of just understanding what he was out there to do. It sucks that he missed every shot. Other than that, he gave them some good production off the bench. Ryan played 15 minutes. He had 7 points. He went 3 of 5 from the field and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He finished with 7 points and had 4 boards, 1 assist, and a turnover. He had 3 offensive rebounds out of the 4 and 4 personal fouls, which is too many in 15 minutes, but it happened for him. And he was a -3 and plus minus. He's just a strong physical force, and you have to be happy with that, honestly. But, you wanted a little bit more out of him. Colin Sexton gave you 15 minutes. He finished with 11 points and was 5 of 12 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3. He was getting buckets, but you would like them to be a little bit more efficient also. He did have 2 rebounds, and he didn't turn the ball over. He did get a steal. He did get a personal foul, was a +3 and plus minus. Josh Green played 19 minutes and had 7 points. He went 2 of 3 from the field and 1 of 2 from 3. And 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was in good spots on the court, just about knocking down the shots that was there for him. Didn't take a lot of them, but it was good enough because he also had 9 rebounds in those 19 minutes. He also had 2 assists and a steal. Got only one turnover, but he had 5 offensive rebounds and one personal foul, was a plus 12 and plus minus. And then LaMelo Ball, if he doesn't have a great game and your defense isn't the greatest throughout the game, sometimes you're going to definitely have a good chance of losing it. He played 22 minutes and had 2 points and was 1 of 15 from the field, 0 of 10 from three. Missed basically everything in this game. One of the worst performances of his career, but he still had 5 rebounds and 7 assists. He pushed the tempo. He made quick passes. It was working a lot in this game, but he also had 2 turnovers. He did get 2 key steals to give them that push and that confidence, but it didn't materialize into much after that. He did have a block also. 4 personal fouls in 22 minutes is way too many. And he did also have 1 offensive rebound, was a minus 16 in plus minus. And then you look at the Cleveland Cavaliers, they took 87 field goals, made it at 39%. The Hornets took 98, they made it at 34%. 43 pointers by the Cavaliers, 20%. 47 3-pointers by the Hornets, 17%. 24 free throws by the Cavaliers, 75% is what they made it at. 18 attempted by the Hornets, 72% is what they made theirs at. 60 rebounds for the Cavaliers, 47 for the Hornets, 20 assists for the Hornets. Both teams had that, but the Hornets did have 12 turnovers. The Cavaliers had 20. That kept the Hornets getting a chance to be able to win it throughout the game. 12 steals for the Hornets, as you see, and 6 of them for the Cavaliers, and then 4 blocks for the Hornets, 8 for the Cavaliers. Both teams had 17 offensive rebounds, but the Hornets had 30 defensive. The Hornets had a lower amount because the Cavaliers had 43, and then 23 personal fouls for the Hornets, 21 for the Cavaliers. And then you look at it and say, well, we shot more free throws, we rebounded better, we shot a little bit better, but we could have played a whole lot better versus this Hornet team. But they just happy and blessed that they got the win, because it looked like they might even lose this one. Like they have lost a couple of them, which is blowing a big lead. They was up, I think, 27 in this game, and the Hornets cut it all the way to single digits, and they did it in the most important quarters. So it's good that the Cavaliers closed it out. They took their time. They read the defense, even though they had a lot of unforced turnovers and a lot of predictable passes and a lot of bad shots. They still was able to beat the Hornets at their grind. You know, the Hornets tried to grind their way back in it. The time started becoming their enemy. They started feeling a little bit of pressure, and then the Cleveland slowed things down a little bit and started executing a little bit better, and it ended up making sense because they ended up winning the game before they ended up blowing the lead and losing the game. I'd rather win than lose. Play the games to get the win, not get the loss. So Cavaliers still figured out a way to get it done, so they should be happy, even if they almost blew this game to the Charlotte Hornets. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit that notification bell to get that analysis when it first come out. Other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today with more analysis.